Good morning, guys. Today's session will be on Python comments. So, in this session, we will study how to write comments in our program or in the code, and we'll also learn about single line commands, multiple line commands, and why do we need these commands to be used in our documentation or in our code or in the scripts. So let me give you a brief intro about the Python comments. We may wish to describe the code we have developed in our IDE. We might wish to make a note of why a section of script is functioning in that such a way, or how the behavior of the function works. For this to need to understand, we use comments. For instance, we leverage the remarks to accomplish these kind of formulas or procedures or classes or sophisticated business logics are typically explained in comments. Okay, we use comments for to explain the logic in a simpler verbal language. The Python interpreter overlooks the remarks or solely interprets the script when you are running a program by using single line comments or multiple line comments, and even documentation strings. These are the three types of comments. What is the first one? First one is single line comment. Second one, multiple line comments, and the last one, documentation strings. Okay, these are the three types of Python comments. Sorry, here I did a spelling mistake. Okay, next, these are the three types of. So what are the advantages of using Python comments? First one, readability of the code, which means, so whatever the script or program you have wrote in your script, that can be easily understand by using comments. For the coder, it doesn't matter, he can easily recognize what if the other coder or other programmer wants to understand your logic or your program. For him, it makes very easier to understand the concept or the script. For that purpose, we use these comments. Second one, it will restricts the code execution. So it will use it for restricting the code execution and provides an overview overview of the program. Next, and the last one, it is used to add the resources to the code. Let's say if you need in if you want to give in any inputs in further future, while you want to append the some script or code to the your project, then you will use these comments. Okay, let me give you with a practical example. Let me explain this with a practical example. So first, we'll have a single quote example. First single one. Okay. Let's say I have um, a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20, then c is equals to a plus b. I want to print the value of c is comma c. So it will, if I run this program, the value of c is 30, right? So here I can use single line comments using same thing. See, this is multiple multiple line comments. So, see, for an example, if I want to give a single line comments, I'll go for single quote. See here, same thing with a single quote, not with double quote. I'm going with single quote. Let me rerun this program. So it will give you the same value. So this program's output will be identical to the identical to the example which I have given to you. So single line comment. See here, using hash. We use the hash here, adding A and B's values, then assigning back to the C. Here we are just adding A and B's values, then assigning back to the C, right? The same thing, this is a code which I have converted this into a verbal language, normal language, so that the other people will understand this, right? So this is single line comment. Next will give you multiple line. Like if I want two lines of comments. See, for an example, adding, again hash, subtracting, again multiplication. Okay, this is multiple line. But if there are hundreds of lines, I cannot add a hash to the post to the line, pre to the line, right? For that purpose, I use triple quotes. Like if I want to comment all the things, all the context here, just what I will do, I'll use triple quote. One more, see, triple quote, then at the starting, then at the ending. That's it. See, everything is considered as the comment. Are we good now? Any doubts? Raju, any doubts? Do you have any doubts? Okay, fine. That's all about the comments. Next, we'll move further to if else statements. Very important, very important. Okay, decision making. If else. First, we'll discuss about, there are two parts. It's a conditional based execution. First, we'll discuss about if, then else. Okay. So whenever you need a decision making in your script, we you go for the if or if else. There are three types of conditions here. First one, if. Second one, if else. Third one, nested if. These are the three types of if conditions. These are the if conditions. The first one is if, second one is if else, the third one is nested if. The first one, let me give you a brief intro about the first one. First one, if statement. If the statement is, if statement is used to test a specific condition. If the condition is true, a block of code which is in if block will be executed. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, then if block will get executed. Next, if else. In this if else condition, the if else statement is very similar to the if statement, but except there is a small difference. It allows, or it provides the block of code for the false case if the condition gets fails. Let me give you, if the condition provides in the statement, if the statement is false, then the else statement will get executed. If condition is executed, if and only if it is true, or not and guys, it's or if the if condition is false, then else will get execute. Okay, so in the first thing, what will happen, if condition is get executes if and only if the condition is true. But when it comes to if else, if the condition gets, if condition will get, or if block will get executed if it is true. What if the condition is false? Then it will goes for the else condition if the condition gets fails. Okay, then next, nested if statements enables us to use if else statements inside of an if, inside of if. Okay, inside of if, which means bulk of conditions. Okay, if and if. First one, let me give you example for the if syntax. For the first one, how the syntax, in the sense how the syntax will looks like for the if condition. If space condition colon code. Here it will be, you're gonna have code. This is if. For the else condition, second one, if else. For the if else, how it, the syntax will be, the syntax looks like this. If condition colon, then indentation guys, this gap is known as the indentation. Okay, which means the block of code is under this block. Okay, if condition, then you will have the code, sorry, code, then very parallel to if, we're gonna have else colon, then we can have code. So in this case, what will happen in the second case, if the condition gets true, this block of code get execute. If the condition is false, if this condition is false, then it will get execute this code. See, if the condition is true, I'm repeating this again. If the condition is true, then it will execute the if block. If the condition is fails, it will execute the else block. Are we clear, Raju? Any doubts? Okay. Yeah. The third one, nested if. In the nested if, you will have a bulk of ifs and else. Okay. Let me give you. See here, indentation is very important, guys. Very important indentation. Okay. So next go to the uh, if else. Sorry, nested if syntax. Syntax first for the first one. First, we're gonna have if condition, then we'll have the code. Next, we'll have L if, not else if, it just L if. Okay. Then we'll have here condition, then code, Again, L if condition, then you will have code L if condition or expression, guys, anything. Then you will have code, and at last you will have, see, it is here, it is if, right? So at the end you should have else condition. Else code. That's it. This is how the nested if looks like. If the condition fails, if the condition fails, it comes to this statement. Again, if the condition fails, if the condition is false, it comes to the second elif. Here all, if the condition fails even here, it will go to the next elif. If it fails even in this block, then it will at last executes the else statement. Are we clear, Raju? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Go on, Raju. Okay. Yes. 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 Exactly. Exactly. This is very similar to that. Exactly same. But here this block is inside of this block. This block is inside of this block. This block is inside of this block. Okay. Very similar. Same. Yes. Similar. Very similar. Okay. Among these all one, two, three, four statements. Not one, two, three, four, five statements. There are five conditions right here. Among five, there is only one condition is going to get false. Sorry, true. Then only the statement will get executed, or else the else condition will get executed. Very similar to C. Okay, let me give you one example for each of the conditions. First, A is equal, let me take the same example. A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20. Here, I'll do the comparison. If A is equals to B colon, then print both are equal. So A is equals to 10, B is equals to 10. If A is equals to B, then print both are equal. This is the thing which I want to print on the console. Let's see what it says. Both are equal because A is equals to 10, B is equals to 10. This is if condition. Now let me give you the example for else condition. What if A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20? Then I'll go with else. Else print both are not equal. Okay, this is a condition which statement which I want to print on the console. See here, what it says, both are not equal. Yes, exactly. If condition got failed, okay, here, because A is not is equals to B, right? So that is the reason else condition got executed. Okay, if condition got failed, so else condition definitely will get executed. Let me give you one example for uh, L if condition. So for this, uh, let me change the example. So here, commenting all this using triple quotes. So let me take one number, any number. Okay, uh, I'll ask the user to give input. Uh, Enter a value, anything that value can be anything. Next, if he enters, I want to compare. If that number is equals to 10, then we'll go with print print the number is equal. The number is equal to 10. Okay. What if not? L if number is equals to 15. Print the number is equal to 15. Elif elif number double equals to 20. Print the number is equal to 20. But what if not? Else print entered number is not equal to equal to 10, 15, 20. Right? Let me execute this. So it will ask the number. I'm entering 15. The value as 15. So it says the first condition gets failed. First it will compare. It will take the number. What is that number you have entered? 15. Is 15 is equals to 10? No, this won't get executed. This condition won't get executed. Next, it will go to the elif. One second, guys. Yeah, exactly, Raju. Same thing. Same thing, but the syntaxes varies. Okay. Next thing, it is not is equals to 10, so it will jump back to the next statement, next condition. Number is equals to 15. Yes, the number is equals to 15. That's it. The rest of the thing won't get executed. Okay, that is the thing, and that's how the things works in nested if. So let's say I'm rerunning this program, so that this time I'll enter 11. So it says the entered number is not is equals to 10, 15, nor 20. So is 11 is equals to 10? No. Is 11 is equals to 15? Not. Is it 11 is equals to 20? No. Then if three condition gets fails, then at last the last condition will get execute. What is that? What is the thing? It will just enters the entered number is not is equals to neither 10, neither 15, neither 20. This is the statement which I am gonna get on the console. Are you clear, Raju, till now? Yeah, that's great. So this is about the if else. Next, we're gonna look into loops. So next topic will be on loops. Very, very important topic, guys. Loops. So in general, the loops are there are so many loops are available in Python. So why do we need? What is the use of these loops? So this Python 3 offers three types of loops. We have three types of loops. So why do we need this actually? What is the functionality of these loops? So the basic functionality of the loops is same. All the three loops is same. But although there is a simple differentiation between syntax and the amount of time taken for check the condition, it will take different times and different syntaxes. Okay, that's the only thing differs from one loop to another loop. So I'll give you three examples, three types of loops. First one, while loop. Second one, for loop. And the third one is nested loops, which includes both. Okay, these are the three types of loops. So what is the main thing with the while loop? First one, while loop. So in generally it repeats a statement or group of statements while a given condition is true. It will repeats it will repeats the statement it will repeats the statement or the group of statements while a given condition is while a given condition is while a given condition is true. First, what it will do, it tests the condition before executing the loop. So it will test the condition before execution of the loop. Okay, before it tests the condition before executing the loop. Whatever the loop context you have, code you have, that will be executed before before the condition. First, it will checks the if it's the test it tests the condition before executing the loop. So first it will check the condition, then it will get into the loop. Okay, that's about the while loop. So let me give you the example for while loop. So not example, before getting into the example, let me give you the a brief syntax how the while loop looks like. Okay, syntax. So the syntax, first we're gonna have while, then condition. So while condition, then code, block of code. Okay, this is how the uh, this is how the syntax of while loops looks like. For this, let me give you one example. So let me comment all this. So example for the while loop. So I'll have a simple example. Here I'm gonna have anything. Some c is equals to 0. Anything, you can take anything. Here I'll give you one simple example for how to use a while loop. So now I need to c is equals to 0. Then while condition, while c is less than 5, while c is less than 5, then c is equals to c plus 2 or 1. Enter. Then I should get a print statement while mm, looping. Simple looping, and then I want to. So here, let me execute this program. So it says looping, 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 looping. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first it starts with 0. Further 0. 0 is less than 5. Yes, it is. It will see here we don't need print statement. See here, we don't need a print statement to print the value. So whatever the value which is holding C, that will be get, it's a conditional, guys. Okay, this is just a condition, it get executes. Whatever you give here, that will be get printed on this console on this number of times. How many number of times? Starts from 0. 0 is less than 5. Yes, first one. 0 is less than 5. Yes, exactly. This is first one. Next, increment, it will get increment again. C plus 1. C is equals to C plus 1, which means what is the value of C here? 0. 0 plus 1, 1. Now value of C is 1. Again looping. 1 is less than 5. Yes, 1 is less than 5. Second one. Again here. What is the C's value? 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Now the C's value becomes 2. So again looping. 2 is less than 5. Yes, 2 is less than 5. Next, what is the C's value? 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 is assigned to C. Here 3 is less than 5. Next, it is get executes. Now what is the value of C? C is equals to 3, right? 3 plus 1, 4. 4 is assigned to C. 4 is less than 5. Yes, 4 is less than 5. Next, 4 plus 1, 5. 5 is assigned to C. 5 is less than 5. Condition gets fails. That's it. Next condition gets fails. That's it, guys. So after failing, it will stop executing. How many times see these guys? One, two, three, 4, 5 times. So the 5 times this print statement will get printed. The sixth time it fails and it will exits the loop. Any doubts, Raju? Till now? Do you have any doubt? Yeah, tell me. Yes. Mm. Yes, it will first check the statement condition. Mm. 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 See here. See here. What will happen here? Let me tell you that in that scenario also. I'm pasting here. Okay. Let me tell you like let me explain you this. How many times it has printed? One, two, three, 4, 5 times. Right? 5 times. So what is happening here is in the sense here the incrementation happens after the execution of the statement. After this execution of the statement. See, let's say it's in here. So the C's value won't be counted here now. Now. So first what it is taken 0 is less than 5, right? So here the value of C is incremented, but not the condition, but not the statement. The condition won't change. After executing all the blocks, like say you have 10 lines of code, if the 10 lines of code will get executes, then it will goes to the incrementation. Till that it won't takes the C's updated value. Okay? You are good, right? Your doubt got clear, right? Okay. Yeah, fine then. Let's let's let me give you an example for the next loop. This is for while. Next for next thing will be for loop. Okay. So in the for loop, what will happens? So it is very similar to while, but there is a small difference. This type of loop executes a block of code of multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop of variable. So there is only difference. So very similar to while, but it will here you have encountered one issue. While in while condition, what will happens in while loop? First, it will check the condition, then it will not increments. It will executes all the code, then it will get increments, right? But here the incrementation happens parallelly along with the code. Let me give you example for this. Before that, we'll have a look on syntax. So here for the for you'll have for and the value any value in anything condition or sequence colon code. So for this, let me give you one example for the for loop. Okay, very simple example. Mm, okay, let me give you one simple example. Let's say we have a string, any string. Mm, let's say hello. So in this, I'm gonna have one for in any I in the sense is nothing but any value. Sorry, any variable. That value first in a string, in string colon, in this string I want to take the value first value, that is 0, that is h will be, now I consist h. I'll go with print I, that's it. I want to print I, that's it. Simple, very simple. So first it will take the first character in this string, that that means zeroth index. Now the first value of I is 0. What is the zeroth index value? What is the index 0 consist? H. It will print h. Then again iteration, it will comes again. So here are we giving any incrementation condition, Raju? No, right? We are not giving any kind of incrementation like we gave in while loop. In here we have given condition, right? Right, for the incrementation. For but in for we don't give any kind of incrementation. That's the main difference between while and for. You clear, Raju? Yeah, no doubts, right? First it will take h and it will get prints. Increment, which means 1. It will take e and it will get print. Then increment, then l, it will get printed. Then l, it will get printed. Then o, it will get printed. Are we clear? Mm. Yeah, sure. We can print. We can print in a same line. So for this, you have to append. You must have a simple. So those are lists or strings. You have to append. You have to take one empty string again here. So let's say string two. String two. As of now, it has none. Okay, it has nothing. String two. Or else you can directly print on string two. It is none. Then you'll go with, you have to append first string 2 dot append, append what? I. Then print this string 2. Let me try this. So what it says, none type object, no attributes, append. Okay, so it's just an empty list. Let me take one empty list. Let me try this. First it has got printed hello hello hello. It is a list, so it has printed in the form of list. So for an example, let me take 0. So here, what is happening? You have to give the type of empty list. For an example, here I have given empty. So it says append. We cannot append the whole thing. But here, after I, if you got increment, this is appending. This is appending. Just you are appending all the variables into the sorry, all the characters into the string too. By why it is not accepting, in the sense there is a string, there is no such append method for this string, for the characters, for the characters you can have that for lists or tuples. So let me, here I have taken tuple. So for the tuple it will add, see here, tuple has no attribute, append to, append I, list. Let me take the list. So in the list you have to take the modification. You should not print this I. Then once it is done, h. So all the statements got printed after appending each and every character. But if you want the exact string to be printed on the console, you don't need to go for the for loop. Just you can directly use this print statement without for loop. Okay. there should be a type of data type that has to be stored these values. After getting all the values, after you read the each and every value from it, you need one temporary variable. Here I'm taking the list as the temporary variable. Now I'm gonna store all the variables into this list, then only it happens. Without that, that cannot be possible. Okay, we must need any one kind of data type. Here I have taken list. Are we clear? Okay, and this is about the for loop. Next, so nested is very similar. For under for, the best example is nested loops. For nested loops, syntax, for value in condition, then we'll have code. So here you will get for, again for value in condition, condition colon code, then again for. Okay, this is how the code works. So let me give you one example for this. For I in anything, let's say s is equals to print anything. You can take anything. This yes. Next again for I in yes, for I in yes. See, this is called nested for. In the similar way, you can go with, let me have that print yes. So how many times it has printed? For 5, 5 into 5, 5 into 5, 5 into 5. Okay, multiplication. Okay, this many times this got prints. Okay, what if I have this print statement here? It will print only for, so indentation expected. Okay, fine. So here, let me print this. Again, you will get the same because this print statement has to be close to first for. So here, this is the right indentation. Okay, print I. Let me go with print I. So it will print very similar, but not the whole text. It will print whole statement. Okay, are we good? Any doubts? Mm, mm. Yes or I? Yeah. Mm, mm. For this, for this we have count, count method, string dot count. For an example, s dot count. So if you execute this, see this, at least one argument, count of I. So one time. So whenever there is I, see here, there is no I. See here. After I, after every loop, after every I, it will get one. How many times that got printed? That will be for each and every loop one time. In every time, see, if I include one more I here, now you'll see this. How many times the I got printed? See, now it has two. How many times do you have repeated I character? Two times, right? count will be given here. See here, two, two times, first time, second time, first time, second time. What if I want for the, what if I have three times I? It has to print three times. See here, take at least zero arguments. Sorry, I have given. Okay, fine. Now it will give you three times. See here, three times, right? Are we good? Yeah. So we must use the count method to count the number of times the sequence, how many times the character has encountered in our string. Any doubts? This is nested if. So, and we have control statements. You have control statements in for the loops. These control statements we'll discuss tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay, Raju? For as of now, that's it.